Before I begin looking into the research, or basically we begin looking into the research, you have to understand one thing. The human body is not a single cell organism. It is not homogeneous to itself. It is symbiotic. So, in this case, if you do not feed, let's take, for example, your good gut microbiota, your gut microbiota will want to survive and struggle for survival and will start actually eating you, cannibalizing the host. Again, we're a symbiotic organism, not homogeneous. So let's go right into the study as follows. High fiber diet keeps gut microbes from eating the colon's lining, protects against infection. Now this is the quote from the research itself. You can't word it any better than this. It sounds like the plot of a 1950s science fiction movie. Normal, healthful bacteria that begin to eat their host from within because they don't get what they want. Kind of sounds like Aliens in a way, but not too far off. Let's go into the study parameters. Citation title: a dietary fiber deprived gut microbiota degrades the colonic mucus barrier and enhances pathogen susceptibility, means you just get sick more often. DOI, funding, study participants, study length, dosage materials and methods, all present there. Results. This is what they said, and still, this is without embellishing. This is exactly from the research. The result: the mucus layers stayed thick and infections did not take full hold in the mice that received a diet that was about 15% fiber from minimally processed grains and plants. But when the researchers substituted a diet with no fiber in it, even for a few days, the microbes in their guts began to munch on the mucus. Munch is a scientific term that they used. The lesson we're learning from studying the interaction of fiber, gut microbes, and the intestinal barrier system is that if you don't feed them, they can eat you, quote unquote. And to further go, dietary fiber deprivation together with a fiber-deprived mucus eroding microbiota promotes greater epithelial access and lethal colitis by the mucosal pathogen. Real easy thing to prevent, just get fiber. Our work reveals intricate pathways linking diet, the gut microbiome, and the intestinal barrier dysfunction, which could be exploited to improve, exploited this means in a good way, to improve health using dietary therapeutics. So bottom line is it's just trying to find ways to increase your fiber intake. By the way, your ancestors consumed about 10 times more fiber than we in industrialized society consume today. So they're just saying get more fiber, feed that good microbiota, or that gut microbiota will in turn feed on your intestinal lining. However, I want to add a little bit of a dimension to this because researchers are getting really concerned because the amount of fiber in our diet has changed drastically from our ancestors, which used to get about 150 grams per day as compared to 15 grams we currently get as an industrialized society. The reason it's a major concern to them, because when you study mass extinctions, and yeah, I'm using that word, it doesn't have to be an asteroid or a comet. It could just be minor dietary changes that can affect the whole species, as stated as follows in this one study, which I'm going to add to it and also link at the bottom. Diet-induced extinction in gut microbiota compounds over generations. The word they use is extinctions. Even after mice were put back in high-fiber diets, that's one reason why I never get off a high-fiber diet, more than 2/3 of bacterial species identified in the guts of the first-generation ancestors proved irretrievable, indicating extinction of those species by the 4th generation of fiber deprivation. It is possible, this is a warning the researchers are giving to us, it is possible that over the next few generations we'll lose even more species in our gut, and what the ramifications will be for our health are obviously unknown. It had gone to such a point they're worried so much about our dietary change, they actually made this recommendation. More extreme measures, such as mass fecal transplants, will require large-scale tests to make sure they are both necessary and safe. That's how bad it's getting. But if you look at it, if you're going from 150 grams of fiber per day as our ancestors down to 15, that is a pretty dramatic change altogether. So what to take from this? Let's just not head down that path. Start adding more fiber to your diet. Otherwise, either this is going to happen or your gut microbiota start eating your intestinal mucosa away, and yeah, that's going to lead to a ton of other health issues that none of us want to speak about. Again, I hope you find this information helpful. This is Ralph Channel signing off, and I look forward to seeing you all again in 7 days. Catch you then. Bye.